Shane, remember coronavirus?
I heard something about it.
That sucked.
Yeah, it was fun.
But parks are open.
They are.
And we are
here.
Yeah, I guess. We're in the Ewok again, and we're gonna go to Misty again.
Retracing our steps from 2013.
Yeah. How's that going, Shane?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot better than the last time we came through here.
I'll say, you know, hungover and half dead.
On our first trip, not knowing what we're doing, carrying 100 pounds of gear, yeah.
Yeah, with the tent in our hands and yeah. Here's our site. This is where we're staying for the night. We're sort of on the east side of the island with all of the sites on it. It's really out of the wind, which we like for today. It's supposed to be a bit of rain later tonight, so we'll set the tarp up. It's a simple site. This bit, what you see is basically what you get. We haven't done too much in the way of exploring, but we did take a look at that island, or not island, that's a point site over there. We did not stay there because it is a bit windy, but also there's a giant dead moose carcass on the beach there. It's a pretty good site. If there's no wind, it's nice, but I was going to take a photo or a video. Nobody wants to see that. It was pretty gross. Skull was showing, but there was still fur on it. Animal lovers would not have enjoyed it, and that would have given this definitely a PG-13 vibe. So we're going to stay here. We might move tomorrow. Who knows? Got the whole weekend in front of us. Oh. Shane, I've always said that your drinks need a little bit of zazz.
You saying I have no class?
No, I'm just saying there's a distinct lack of zazz.
Oh, I've got tons of zazz.
Well, now you do. You bought some at the store.
A tank of zazz is what I've got.
Well, it was cold last night, so now we want to be warm. And now we are warm. What I should have done last night, or this trip, is not bring the bug tarp because bugs aren't too bad. Instead brought my shoulder season bag, but luckily we got a roaring inferno and coffee's on the go, and we got nowhere to be, so life's alright. Alrighty, we've made an executive decision. We're going to pack up this nice little campsite here, and we are going to jump cut to this site. This is the site that we visited on our first May 2-4 through this region, and it's as nice as we remember it. Back in the woods behind our tent, there's probably at least 2 or 3 other tent pads. There's one here. This would be great for a big group if one's coming through and you can get it. But we're on the other side of the island, so we're going to get afternoon sun, which is good for my shoes. But there's also this great big boulder up here. There's my boots. And the sunsets from here are absolutely gorgeous. So we're happy to snag this site. Someone was here yesterday, but they moved off this morning. Shane's provided us this bountiful feast. Eat up some onions and sausage and potato for dinner. Garbage fire's going. Once we've eaten food, then we will go have a bit of time fishing. How much depends on the wind. And then we'll have a big old fire. We spent most of today collecting up enough wood for today and tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be another cold one, so hopefully we'll be okay for at least a little while. Good morning. Yeah, we just have our morning constitutional flyby by the turbo beaver, checking for forest fires. Last night was another cold one, but we were a bit more prepared for it. I wore all my layers, including socks, which is not something that I normally do. Not much to do this morning. Just got to pack up the tent and retetris all of the gear. We've got a cold breakfast of some pre-made bars I made at home. So all we have to do is really cook the coffee, which we've already done. And head back the way we came, then take a right turn north into Queer Lake on to Little Trout. He's not Gary, but he's the Gary's Misty Lake cousin, Barry. And that's that. That's the portage from Queer Lake to Little Misty. And this is Queer Lake. That portage was, I don't want to say fun, but it was nice. It was wide open, relatively level, considering.
Ditches, water control.
Yeah, there was, I'm sorry I didn't get the camera out in time, but there were 2 moose in the pond about halfway through. A little bridge. It was nice. I know show don't tell, but I didn't have time to get my camera out. Sue me, I don't care. Now we're going to thread our way through this queer little lake onto Little Trout and have some lunch. I'm getting hunger on. So, here we are. We made it. We're on the western side of the lake, but there's sites all over this place. I think we got a real banger here, though. The fire pit is right next to the water. The water has a great little shelf down here for you can unload and load a boat, or I've been using it for gathering water. The water drops right off of the rock, great for swimming. You can dive on it, no problem. There's a little dock for your canoe, no problem there either. Tarpability is high here. There's obviously been a lot of people through here, but lots of nails, lots of construction. Nice little kitchen area, as Shane is demonstrating now.
Always in the kitchen. I just never leave.
He's a real foodie, this guy. And up here, there's a lot of room for tents. It's a little bit hilly, but we're probably going to put our tent right there, nice and flat, nice and open, safe above you. No widowmakers, no dead trees. But there's other sight. There's a spot back there, spot over there. Haven't found the thunderbox yet, but I honestly haven't looked. What we're gonna do tonight is an upside down fire. So we're putting all the big logs at the bottom on a sort of line there. Then you build a log cabin on top of it so that the little stuff on top burns down and puts ashes on and coals onto the big stuff and burns it nice and slowly. We only have a little bit of lumber here that's any good, so hopefully this works. We'll see. Dinner was spaghetti, and that I didn't think I was going to eat that much, but yeah, I ate so much spaghetti. It's sitting good in my tum-tum. So we're just gonna button everything up and call it a night, I think. That's 3 days. Dunzo.
Some pros would say that would be the magic moment.
Good morning. This is our last day in on the trip, and it was a good night last night. The weather was really warm. So we all slept a bit easier, didn't have to turtle up in our sleeping bags. But bugs are really bad this morning, so I'm waiting for Shane to get up. I've got my coffee, and I've got a little smudge fire, and I'm just sort of taking stock of what I need to do to get from here to my van. You know, as much as going back to Toronto doesn't really strike me as hugely appealing, I am kind of excited to see my son again. Hold him and hoist him into the air and give him a multitude of hugs and kisses. It'll be nice to see. And my wife. She's nice too. Hey, I know that site. I was spent a couple days there solo in June because we love camping in June apparently. But that's Ralph Bice. It's nice. It's big. It's done. So we're just gonna go around the point up there and out to Hambone. Yeah, good to see the old site again. Memories. We're back. Hambone. That away to Daisy. And that away to Ralph Bice. We are officially retracing steps now, unfortunately. Good trip, eh, Shane?
Oh, very cool.
As good as one can be expected. And it's nice and sunny out. Bugs are bad today, but we're almost home. Or almost to the minivan. So, off we go.
Hi, buddy. You miss Daddy? I will miss you too.